head, I think I'll come home.
No, just your shoulder.
Even better.
Please. Mom, if there are any other people,
Why don't we stay out here?
yes, I did.
All right, let's do this. Okay, Pledge of Allegiance. Let's go. All right.
The flag.
Okay. All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right, here we are, our general session meeting. We'll go around and introduce ourselves because we have a new parent here. Thanks to Amy, she brought a friend. I'm Jory Gelmet, president of the PTA.
I'm Sarah Crouch, I'm the librarian. I'm Tricia Morton, I'm vice president of programs.
Amy Karofsik, secretary.
Angela Mauer.
Parent. Future volunteer.
And then Trinidad AP here.
Laura Barbara, VP Ways and Means. Michelle Jones, parent.
Melissa Parker, principal.
Okay, so we are recording this on YouTube. We do put it on a private channel, but we do have it available for our parents and other people to see. Okay, we are going to approve the agenda first. So is there a motion to approve said agenda? This is
I make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second that motion.
okay. The agenda stands approved, so no changes or deletions may be made going forward. Okay, Amy, the approval of the minutes.
I posted the minutes of the October 8th, 2015 PTA meeting for your review. Are there any corrections? The minutes stand approved as read, corrected.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Dr. Carper, staff reports.
Right. Enrollments at 6:43. We had a very nice Veterans Day assembly yesterday. It's always nice. Amy Casey does a wonderful job. Her committee, her girls, they did a good job. And I like the part where we added for third grades project-based learning project, where they brought the veterans back in and interviewed them. That was adorable, just to go in. They were in groups, and the veterans were so kind and answered their questions, and we've decided we want to use that every year now and do that and have them come back. And the kids wrote letters to the vets, and they wrote back, and it's just really it was a good way to end the assembly. So I think we'll do that from now on. Teacher appreciation, oh, we loved it. Thank you very much. Remember, American Education Week is next week. I believe you've got a schedule or go.
Probably come home today.
Okay.
Yes.
Of events, times each grade level will be doing their activity, and a couple of them are doing their One to the World PBL project as part of the owl pellets. That's one in 5th grade. That's always a fun one.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about the owl pellets
Yeah,
for a
Michelle
while
and I
now.
And I get the big juicy ones.
Oh, Chris will be thrilled.
Well, they're dry, but
Yeah,
That's
they're
what I
not
told
juicy.
him. I was like, it's like dirt.
they do. Yeah. Okay, I just want to update you on our Bring Your Own Technology action plan. We're still working on it. It's not final, and as soon as it is, I'll give everyone a copy. We'll put it on our website, but I want you to know where we are so far. It is going to be teacher-approved time during instruction, and it won't be the entire instructional time because we don't want a lot of beeps and noises going on while the teacher's trying to talk. So it'll be for research or their PBL project, which is research, but not just anytime they want to use it. We are they will not use them in the hallways, the restrooms, definitely not, in the cafeteria. School bus, some drivers already let them use their games. We're going to let them make that decision, and we will have to put parameters around that too. We don't want them getting just anything. And they may not want it at all. So we're going to leave it up to the bus drivers. Librarian is the approved time. It'll be for research in the PBL. They can do it during study hall, research, homework. We have some grade levels that do a study hall, and that's to catch up on work or to work on their PBL project. And then we are going to let them use it at recess. We're going to have a designated area where it be monitored, and the children with the device will go there, and that's what they'll use if they don't want to play. Now, that doesn't mean they go there and they have to stay there the whole time. If they decide they want to do this, they can go play. We are not responsible for any devices. The kids, it's their responsibility, and the parents. A letter will come home with that, letting everybody know just what it is and what we're doing. Every school in Loudoun County by next year will be a BYOT school. We did have some rules that we needed to add, and this is where we're still thinking of the what ifs, and each grade level is going to talk about it and decide, do we need to add something here? We want to make sure we have every base covered with the technology, the use of the technology. One that we are addressing is inappropriate use. They're doing search they're not supposed to be doing. They're getting pictures without teacher approval, or they're not on task with the device. So we did it in 3 offenses. The first offense, the privilege to use their device will be taken away for that day. The second offense, the privilege will be taken away and a phone call will be made to the parent. And the third offense, they will no longer be allowed to use their device. Now, if we get to that point, that doesn't mean they use no technology. We give them our device, our laptop. So we're doing technology now all day long, practically, with our devices, so no one will be without. So that's where we are so far. Any questions? I think everybody just about in the school has signed their acceptable use plan, policy, paper. We did have 2 parents that signed no, and if you sign no, it means no technology, including ours. You can't have to do anything. So I called those parents, they didn't understand, and they changed their minds. So, but I think we have them all. We're still checking those. We need all those forms back from parents before we can move on. We're looking at this to start in January.
For grades. 3 to 5, grades 3 to 5.
Yeah, grades 3 to 5.
Oh, it's not everything. You didn't say that this morning. You didn't say anything this morning, but it's just grades 3 to 5.
Yes,
That's what we're
for
gonna start with,
BYOT.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry,
You
I
didn't.
missed
No,
it.
yeah, you didn't mention that this morning.
Is it initially only grades 2 to 5?
Initially, yeah.
Initially, okay. Because
Now
I
we're-
knew, like last year, this first grader who brought,
Yeah.
we had.
Well,
this
we're not
discussion,
telling them no because we're moving that way.
Right,
As long as they're using it when the teacher says for instruction, and they're using it for RAS kids right now.
yeah.
And we allowed that. But it is 3 to 5. Second grade, the second graders are doing the digital citizenship. Maybe you've heard that. We have to have that done before we can do the BYOT. And we wanted second grade to do it because of their project-based learning. It tied right into that. So we thought, well, let's do it with them. But we're not doing BYOT with them yet.
Right, okay.
Oh, no, I said.
Yeah, no, that might have helped.
Okay, any questions about, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
It is a parent's choice, it's not something you have to do. You know, they'll have technology. We got refreshed this year. We have a set of, 32
30 computers per
for
grade.
each grade level. And they have a schedule where they're moving them in and out, and that's more than we had last year, so we're doing well with technology.
Now, what's the difference between what they have and the new tablets that 5th grade's gotten?
For Loud and Create.
Oh, for Loud and Creates.
Okay,
What is,
because they're making movies and stuff
Yeah.
like that on them, right? Is that
that's
is
part
that
of
something
Loud.
different?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have 3 teachers that are attending that. It's
Yes.
Ms. Fudrell, Mr. Toft, and
Ms.
Ms.
Humphreys.
Humphreys. And only those 3 teachers can use those this year.
Right,
And
okay.
then they become ours next
Next
year.
year.
Oh, okay.
And they've got the little camera on their head that they walk
GoPro, the
around.
teachers
It's
that Tom
really
uses
neat.
it.
Oh, that
And
is
kids are making
cool.
movies, and it's really good.
I mean, yeah, I've heard a lot
That's
of
why
those
he
things
was.
better.
Now,
That's
Mr.
why he
Thompson
was
was
like
walking. Well, no, but that's why he was walking down the hall. Like when they were walking down the hall, he's holding.
Yes.
Like, what are you doing? Now I
Yeah.
get it.
That's what they're doing.
Okay.
But that's part of Loud and Creates, and it's
Okay.
their the 3 of them, they're their projects,
Okay.
and then they become our property, which is great.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Actually, 30 times.
Yeah.
All right.
I also want to put that we did start our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So we started yesterday with Veterans Day, so we're updating it today. So my goal is to put, our goal is to put all of, like we put pictures, they will come in today, we put Mr. T on there, so you know what the pictures look like.
I got professional picture
But yesterday we put all the pictures from the Veterans Day, we put the kids singing, you can hear them singing, you can't see them, but you can hear them singing.
Yeah, but that's.
Is an actual, it really sounds, they sound so
They do.
wonderful singing on the thing. So we're, gonna update it and put the American Education Week schedule on there, so like us on Facebook, we have like.
Did you put that on today?
No,
Oh.
but I will.
But like I sent a bunch, like when I invited a majority
Yeah,
of,
'cause
yes,
I-
because I invited a majority of you, so if you guys can invite, if you wanted, if you're just sitting there, you can invite your, that you, people you know go to school here that weren't my friends per se, so
Yeah.
that's how we ended up getting a
then you
bunch
can
on
get
there.
more, because then that's another avenue for
Because
parents.
I'm sure you're gonna announce it in your thing this week,
I will.
probably your, yeah.
You
so
did
that'll-
post Odyssey of the Mind. You're looking for Odyssey of the Mind. That one.
No, that
No,
was
that's
me.
PTA.
Oh, is that
I did-
you?
I did that.
I can't tell the difference between them.
Well,
Ours
we
have
have
the
the
school.
pop,
Pay
she has
attention.
the school,
We have the school,
and
the
ours says
pop.
PTA,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I posted that,
Yeah.
sorry, I just went over it.
I think I read the first Balls Bluff, and that's as far as I get. Sorry.
It's got a nice picture of our school.
All right.
Okay, we don't have any teacher representatives. This seems to have been kind of a thing this year. People.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not our teacher representative though.
But
She's
she's
not.
a teacher rep.
I know. Well, but you assign people. No. It's Kathy Delaney, Monique King, and Joe Bashadi.
Oh,
So
you're Joe Bashadi?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he's a teacher rep.
Okay.
There she is.
Oh, I see. That's how this works.
There he is.
We have
Okay.
pictures of her.
Good job.
I think that's really
Yeah, and you're tied.
Because you don't want to put one of the
Okay, I know
kids, but
Miss
you know what
Delaney,
patches
she
look
had
like
emailed me
now.
and she said she
Yeah.
emailed Mrs. King and Mrs. King and Mr. Bashadi today. But
She might make
our
it.
meetings are set. So,
They should be here.
yeah, I mean, or not this, or at least one of them, but if our meetings are set for the year already, so, just as kind of, because I know you assign people as to who's supposed to go to what,
Exciting.
like committees,
Well, I don't,
or don't you, or
it's
something?
I do, but
Okay.
they volunteer,
Okay,
kind of.
all right.
Working on it.
Okay, because it does help to have with that teacher feedback. I
Yeah,
mean, with
agree.
or for us to be like, oh, and Mrs. Delaney would be like, and we'd be like, oh, we have X number of PTA members, or this for her to come back and then for her to at least be a voice for us.
They used to take turns.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Mrs. Delaney, she didn't do it last year because she was in class, but then this year, and I'm not quite sure. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Thank you. Okay, anything else for school? Moving right on. Okay, so I'm gonna do most of, actually Trisha's here, so she can do that. So our membership fan club, it's still disappointing for me. I'm thinking of just, because we have 237 people on PT board users. So we have that versus, and some of those are the faculty also. So maybe, and I'll talk to Christy, we'll talk about this, but doing a separate announcement and at this juncture being like, okay, this is what we have for our PTA membership and just kind of putting it out there and see if more people will join that way. Because it's even 30 less than they had last year. So anyway, I'm just working on it. I mean, I know people don't get it with being a PTA member, but
Do you have more faculty this year than you did last year?
I don't know. I don't remember what they had last year. I'd have to look and see. But I mean, the faculty's been good with with doing it. It's just the individuals, and I just think with parents, and we didn't do the paper, so we removed the paper from, and people, instead of them doing that right away with an open house, but it was trying to get, again, people to do this more online with signing up for things. But I mean, it's not a money maker for us. It's more of the support and for people to be because when you only have 87 individuals, it's kind of sad. Anyway, moving on from that. Okay, after school program.
All right, so we are moving along. I received, I think, 5 applications. Let me see, maybe 4 applications from faculty. So Mr. Russell's gonna be doing it again with his art club, Art Club Junior. Mr. Myers will be doing modified sports. Mr. Pennett's is going to be doing Pop and Piano and Pop and Piano Junior. And a new one is Theater Magic. Mr. Toft and Mr. Drell are gonna be doing that. I need to check with them. Jory and I were chatting. I just need to verify if they're gonna do like kindergarten through 2nd and 3 through 5th, or how they wanna break it up. So that's my question on that. And then I did send an email out to all the parents and vendors, and I've already received, I wanna say 4 applications back.
The parents and vendors who did it
Who've
previously.
done it previously. So Chrissy, I was gonna talk to you to see, would you be able to put something on PT board and on a Facebook page, just kind of calling all parents if you're interested, and, you know, I sort of.
Do you want to include the application on the announcement?
Yeah, well, we were gonna put it on PT.
We're gonna put it
board,
under
right?
sharing
Oh, that
documents,
works.
but with
Yeah,
the application on Facebook, we can just be short and sweet. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're
Go to
interested
PT
in
board.
hosting now, and again, this is not guaranteed they get a position.
Right.
Because nothing is guaranteed,
Right.
with if they're gonna have a class or not.
Right.
But, yeah, just short and sweet if they initial, then they can, and do it to the Balls Bluff ASC at Gmail. Don't do it to BBES PTA programs.
Right. Cause it
There's a
comes to me
different email
anyway.
Okay, I don't
It comes
have
to
that
me.
email.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's Balls Bluff, yeah, it's on the, if you go to, we talked earlier, was if you go under school directory.
Yeah.
And then teacher and committee list,
Okay, there, that
It's on
list. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the one.
it's
Yeah,
Balls
just
Bluff
called
ASC at
Okay.
gmail.com.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we're rolling with that, so.
Yeah, and so, and some of the applications I've gotten, like, there's one group wants to do floor hockey, which, you know, we're gonna have to kinda look at with Mr. Myers
Right.
doing modified sports and then doing floor hockey and trying to see if we can,
We did it,
You
because
guys
on the
did it,
day that
okay.
on the day that he didn't have class,
yeah,
that I put them in that day.
okay.
Because
So,
not
but-
everybody, yes.
But he also said, well, I have other options.
Yes.
And I've gotten a couple
From
of
Matt
people who have
Hale.
said, if this won't
Yeah.
work for you, I've got.
Matt
this.
Hale, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I need to, my husband's been gone all day, otherwise I would have printed out the applications I've gotten, but they're on my
It's okay, you
computer.
don't need to
So,
print them out.
Is
It's
there a
fine.
deadline for now?
There is,
Twentieth.
yeah. I think it was
November
the 20th of November for them to have it back, and then, I spoke with Ms. Trinidad, and we are gonna try to do registration night on January 13th.
Yeah, I'll fill out that form then for
Yes,
you. Okay.
yes, thank you, at 6:30, so, and then,
And you don't need to, or do you wanna start at 7, or do you wanna start at 6:30? Cause 6:30 is when we had like the vendor, I think we started at 7 in the past,
okay,
I
has it?
believe.
I thought
Or
it
did we
was-
start at 6:30?
I think it's
6:30 to
on the-
8:30 before.
Yeah.
What is
Okay, well, and it was like
registration
6:30, maybe it was 6:30 to 7:30 with the vendors being, and then I stayed
And then you
later,
usually
which
stay
I'm
later.
happy to do if people,
Oh, wow.
to get more money coming in that way, cause we don't want it coming through the office.
Yes, okay, January 13th,
In the gym, right?
in the gym.
Not at Black
And we can
Island.
talk details
Crazy.
more
Yeah.
a little
No,
bit
that's fine.
closer, but that's just sort of.
But you don't have to print those, you can just.
Well, I know, just for my
keep it-
record.
Okay, that's
because
fine,
I like
that's
to
fine.
see, like,
Okay, no,
you
that's
know,
fine.
'cause I'm like getting
Sounds
this
like
and I'm
a
this
rush
and I'm like,
for sure.
Yeah.
wait, who's that?
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
just
fine,
easier
and then we
for
can
me.
work out the schedule too.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, okay, so I'll fill out that form.
And then I'll discuss the other stuff under officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, any questions for Tricia with the after school program? And it's gonna begin the beginning of February, how we go until like the second week of March or whatever, how we got it, or until May,
Thank
there's
you
snow.
for doing that.
Yes.
As a parent
Yeah.
instructor, I'm very grateful.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
as a parent
Are you
who likes
guys
their
thinking
kids to
of
be
doing one in
involved
the
in
spring?
them.
I don't
I
know.
missed that cash this fall, so.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I'd like to do it in this, I like for my kids to have those,
Right.
so I'd like to do it. Well, let's hopefully winter will go well, and then we'll be able to turn it around quick and do another one in the spring. So,
okay, so any questions or anything else? Okay, bingo, we don't have an exact number yet, because we don't have all the receipts in, but we probably profited around $1,000, which was good. I mean, we had initial expenses with, some of the concessions, because that was a separate line item, but I think for the most part, we, did fairly well with that, so can't complain.
It was nice.
very
a lot of-
easy.
It was,
It
it
was
was,
so loud.
It was too
It was-
loud.
yeah, it was fall.
well, and then, and we love Mr. Penix, but he forgot to set up the sound system for us, so that whole thing didn't work in our favor, but
But
There
it
was-
got sent.
Yeah, what?
Mr. Bishop worked it out.
no, it worked it out, but I mean, and Mr. Penix has feel badly, so then he went and bought spiritware for his kids.
You can always get it though.
I have to say, because I did Smart Skills the following week, their bingo, and I was writing the letters and numbers up on white poster boards
Oh my gosh.
that they just laminated.
Oh,
So like
that sounds awful.
B12, B, and then I'm trying to erase it before the next
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Really?
Yeah, on either side of the room, and then they had like one little TV monitor.
So you're
but
trying to say that we're higher
higher tech.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want.
Sorry, Mr. Waldman, but
Yeah.
But it was, so I
Okay.
was impressed with how
Okay.
ours went.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was great, especially for not having, because I keep pushing the T-board, but not having sent home any flyers. And it was all just via, email. And it was, via email and PT board and via Facebook and then just word of mouth and just so, it can work.
Do
Okay.
you have the times right on that? That was another question. Didn't people come earlier than they were
Yes,
supposed
they
to come?
came earlier because there was thing when I send the forms in to Trinidad, I do put on, and I'm not saying that I'm not. All right, so in the past we've done this where we have like a setup time because that's what we're supposed to tell the whoever you tell to keep the air going or whatever, the heat or the lights or whatever they want to do. So we have that, and then you have the time of the actual event. And so we just need to coordinate. But yes,
You
there
just
was
put the setup time, and you don't.
I'm sorry, I
Of the
didn't put that.
event.
All right, I have to go back and look at mine because I was trying to do it on
No,
on the
I
computer.
was just wondering.
So it was my fault with the 6:30, but I realized people showed up, and then it became this big thing of getting. And I was like, okay, a majority of our stuff said 7, but then there was one thing that said 6:30. It was on the. I think it was on the school website. Said 6:30.
On my call, I think I said 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Oh, 6:30, you had pizza. And then you
Well, we
started at 6:30.
changed with the 6. Okay. Well, I apologize if we didn't get the information with the
I was
6:30 to
just
7.
wondering. I was just thinking.
There
because it was kind of like really.
Dr. Carper's right though. There was a time frame where it was concessions opened earlier than bingo started.
Yes, it was 6:30 to 7.
Okay, and then-
Start at 7.
And so I'm sure for most people, if they just
They didn't look at it,
they just came. Yeah, they saw the first time and they came.
Right. No,
So,
that's
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 probably-
just. But that's how it goes. So
So-
we
It
came
was a
in.
great event.
Yeah.
It
No,
was.
no,
It
it
was
worked
a lot
out.
of fun.
It worked out
Very
well.
well
So.
attended.
Yeah.
Scary. It was wild.
So bingo Wreath Fundraiser. So Debbie got back to me and she thinks it's going to be around $850 that we profited. I think it's a little bit more than we projected for what we were going to profit.
Is that including the online ones?
Yeah.
That is including.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything.
I
In
thought
terms
it
of
was
we
awesome.
didn't make much per each
Okay.
thing. It wasn't a
Right.
big markup
Gotcha.
like what we were making. But like I know Debbie had like I'm guessing she had probably close to $800, $900 herself because who she works for bought like all of these centerpieces and bought all of this stuff. So she had that, and then I hit up the teachers with my child, and so we had like 500. So it was an easy way. I was like, all right, well, we'll just get them now. So
At Smart's Mill?
No.
Oh, I thought you had Charlotte.
No. Gotta work the system here first. And so, I don't know those teachers over at Smart's Mill yet, so can't be. So anyway, so about $850. There will be some items to sell on the pickup day, and she's evidently gonna list those. Debbie's gonna put some of those on the PT board, but they will not be available for sale until the day of, because everything ships in box quantities, so.
Well, you never know what's gotten broken
Right.
and what. Yeah, we have that.
So there'll be some, but, so they'll have that.
I got my green one on.
Oh,
I like the green one.
I like that one too. I want other stuff.
Yeah. All right, so the wreath thing, so that'll be coming in, I get a week of right before Thanksgiving, so that's coming in. Spirit Nights, we got 200 from Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
So,
Is that as projected, or is that less, more? What do you
well, at least thinks it's less, just because even though it was packed there, she just thinks, again, you're at the mercy of those punching in, it's a Spirit Night, and they have to hit the button for it to be a Spirit Night at
And you
Chick-fil-A.
have to remember to say
Right.
Spirit Night.
Right. So we're at the mercy of that. So, she was a little disappointed, I think, with the number, but it's fine. Spirit Nights are free money for us. In a way, so. But I thought it was packed.
Right, it was.
We projected $1,000 for the year, and we're already 20% of that. So that's fine. The next one is next week. It's November 18th from 5 to 8. So next Wednesday. We're gonna hit that up with our advertising. So I guess you can have that on your, if you don't mind putting that on your.
these flyers, and that's 5
No.
to 8.
We're gonna pass them out in school. I'm gonna
Good,
send them
okay,
home.
yeah.
No, what we're gonna do is
But
5 to
we
8.
can do it.
You can't do it within 50. You have to be 50 yards away. But so what the plan is here is we've developed. We have the half flyer, so we are gonna send that home because the thing is most parents are probably not gonna print it out and be like, oh, forget it. So our plan was to send it home Tuesday. We'd like to be able to do that, even though not going home in the Thursday folder, because if it went home today, fears it's gonna get lost over the weekend. And then they could reprint it, because we've already sent out an announcement today via PT board saying that you must bring this flyer. Mo's is on Wednesday, but the actual paper is gonna do that. Then we're gonna send home, we're gonna have stickers to be sent home on Wednesday. So, you know, well, it's hard, it's very hard with these places that do the flyers. Because we're at the mercy of people bringing them in. I mean, there's nothing more we can do than that. So, we'll see how this goes, you know.
You know what we could do? Kind of like you do geocache. Why don't we take, okay, so why don't we take, and does anybody do geocaching? So we could take a little packet of the flyers and we could put them on the side of like Patient First or something, or wherever 50 yards is. And we can post a little thing on Facebook that says, if you forget your flyer, stop by Best Buy, the back corner of Best Buy, pick up your flyer, and go.
Go to Giant.
You think I know? I think
That's a brilliant idea.
Thank you. I mean,
I think
people
that's
geocache, and they're
I
really
do.
big into geocaching. Yes, and so it's a little treasure
Should you put an
hunt.
empty bottle of beer on top of it too?
I'm serious.
By the mailbox marked with a white
You know what?
chalk.
Yeah.
I think we should star the back of those so that I can keep count of
All
how
right,
many
you work
we
on it.
have.
All right, then you work on it. That's your job.
I think that's a
You
brilliant
are
idea.
assigned that.
You walk in and like,
Since
oh
you're
shoot, I
communications
forgot mine.
director.
Oh,
And
go
all
over
you have to
there.
do is go to Best Buy around the corner, and it's taped on the side of their wall.
You're in charge.
Brilliant. I think it's an awesome idea.
No, that's not actually the question. Is that allowed?
Okay. You're in
Just let her
charge.
have
You
her
can do
idea.
it.
Just don't ask if it's allowed. Just do
Just do
it.
it.
do it.
Go, Christy.
Ask
Just-
for forgiveness.
Ask them in
And
yeah.
I'm
Don't ask
gonna
permission, ask
paint on the
for
back of them, and if we
All
get a few, I'm gonna be like,
Ah,
Don't
see?
you?
I told you.
See, I would do that too. I would.
I'm gonna market it on Facebook as, are there any geocaching buffs? And they'll jump right in it. You watch.
All right. You're on it.
Just to
Along
find
with
the flyer.
the ham radio people too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the other issue we did have is with this Commodores from last year. We talked about this earlier with not paying us for Spirit Night after Skate Night or during Skate Night. So I've contacted the McCormick's because he works there and he's the manager, and so I'm working through them now to try to get this money from last year. So, well, because there's evidently been, quote unquote, a change of ownership, which Nikki says there is, but it's complicated and I really don't know what all that exactly means. So I've gotten Elise to give us some information of who she's talked to try and get money, because obviously there's no paperwork. We don't have anybody sign, like, yes, we came in for a Spirit Night. Right, so, we're saying we were here, we did this, we don't know how much money was brought in, so I don't know that. So we're, and they're claiming that no, we're not gonna pay you because there was this change in either ownership or management and blah, blah, blah. So, and we told them we will not do a Spirit Night with them this year on Skate Night for fear of A, they didn't pay us first time, B, we don't know if they're gonna get the money the second time, and so I'm working through my contacts with the McCormick's. So, see what we can get.
Get them, Julie.
I'm kidding.
Some people out there.
I just want to put their picture like, let me talk to them first before you talk to them. Before they get, before I do that. Okay, Spiritware. We had $150.88 profited, so we sold another 44 items this last time around. So, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's exactly what we were projecting here, but, it is what it is. It's fine. So, and those are supposed to be coming in, I think, next week for some of those things. And there were some back ordered because, like, one or two of the custodians, I think, got the tie-dye shirt, and then that stuff was back ordered. So we'll make that right. Should be next week. Okay. Any questions via our chair reports? Okay. No. Elected officer reports. Okay. Like I said, with PT board, we do have 237 people registered. It was very helpful when we just sent out a mass email to get people to come onto it from the list we had from Volunteer Spot and the list we had last year from Tiger Tracks. So that was very helpful in doing that. We've seen a number of people using it in terms of with the wreaths or with obviously bingo. We had people buying on there. We had the playaway stuff on there, so that was helpful to do that. We are doing a parents' night out, and so this is just kind of a freebie thing. It's going to be at Tiger Den over here in Leesburg by Giant on December 18th. I have it, yeah, December 18th from 6 to 10:30. And it's the night, it's, you know, week before Christmas, but it's the week, the last day of break, when it goes to break. And they can't do it the week before because they're having their ceremony is the next day for their big tiger den ceremony. But it's gonna be 25 for the first child and then 15 for the second. And there's gonna be pizza, and I did put it on the calendar today. I think it might have come across. Did you get an email about it? Did anybody get an email?
I
Okay.
haven't checked it.
All right, yeah, sometimes those do come across as soon as you put it on the calendar, it comes across as an email. But, you know, so for $40 for 4.5 hours, people don't have to stay that late, but they'll be willing to have, and there'll be pizza, and they have a moon bounce, and they have, you know, they'll learn some taekwondo things.
What was the date again?
The 18th, it's a
December
Friday.
18th.
Evidently, that's the same night Star Wars comes out.
Exactly.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Because Lee's gonna work with them.
Yeah,
We're just watching
with Star Wars.
Lee's
Yeah.
taking
So it's the
pictures.
same night as Star Wars comes out, but what do you do? So maybe there'll be some.
Well, maybe lots of kids will be there because people are trying to go watch Star Wars.
There's maybe people in
Well,
versus.
then they already have tickets, yeah.
They better already have tickets or
Right,
they're
that's
not
what I'm
getting
saying,
in.
only
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So, anyway, that we do have that, so we'll advertise that out there, and I think we may have it on our site for people to sign up. But you know, it's kind of one of these freebie things. You know, why not put it out there? So, with that, I don't have anything else. Any questions? Questions, concerns? Okay. And Tricia.
Me again, okay. Just a couple of things. One, we did have a change for the assembly, the Earth Dome assembly, because they can only do X amount of children in a day. So we've had to do it over 2 days. So it's the Monday and the Tuesday, the 14th and 15th of December. I'm assuming that he's gonna be doing all day on the Monday, and then just however long it takes to fit in the remaining grades on the Tuesday. So,
Do we have a schedule for that yet?
I don't have a schedule yet, but I will,
Okay.
I'll touch base with him and I'll try to get like it.
Do I make the schedule or?
I make the schedule.
Excuse me.
I made it for the last one. I have it all. So if you give me the periods of time, then I can just plug it in.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm gonna,
I'm just saying. I already have it done.
yeah, so I will talk to
We're in
him
those
and get,
stilettos
you know, now knowing we have 643 students, so I can say, all right, go ahead and break it down for me. So I'll get that and I'll get that to you.
Okay.
The other thing is I wanted to check, since you have the budget, maybe you checked this morning and wasn't able to be there for the traveling art exhibit, Mr. Russell, what that,
400.
okay. So he's given me 3 options. He said he was hoping to do a female artist, but he
Right, there
didn't
wasn't
like any
appropriate.
of nothing that was appropriate. So he's doing like more cultural and Native American. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Georgia
Georgia
O'Keeffe.
O'Keeffe, yeah. Well, no, they didn't have it.
I thought she did.
They didn't, it
Oh,
was
she
one
does
of them.
Orchids.
Oh, does she? Oh.
That's what she does is orchids.
Oh,
Oh.
There was one that he wanted to do and then they no
I took
longer
it last
have
year.
it. So anyway, so he said he's taking the like cultural Native American path this time. So he's given us 3 options. I'm gonna touch base with him next week now that I know we have 400, and because there was one that was over 400 and 2 that were under. So I'm just gonna say,
Well, I
which
mean,
one do you
depending
like
how much-
better?
Depending how much over 400.
Well, and I
mean, we
might
can
have
do-
only, I think it was only like 424.
Okay,
So
no,
if he
whichever.
really is like
That's fine.
excited about that
Yeah.
one, maybe we could do that.
That's fine.
But if not, he sounded fairly easy. So we will get that ordered and
Did he have a date on that when he was going to do that? Yeah, it's
it is
usually in
in
March.
spring.
But,
He probably does.
okay.
I was supposed to meet with him this week. I couldn't Monday, Tuesday, and then he's gone.
Right. Okay.
this
I was just
week.
curious
So
about
we're
a
gonna
date.
touch base next week.
All right. Yeah. the date.
So I'll check for a date and I will also nail down what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And that was all I had.
Fabulous. Anything for Tricia? No. Miss Flora.
Hi.
Hi.
So we got the benchmark for our calls network, what we made dismal, horrible. But that's okay because we're gonna do, I think you and me, that was just Amazon purchases.
I did.
$700 in the member purchases, but, we're gonna try to, up the advertising on PT Board and Facebook.
just make it geared towards holiday shopping.
Can I ask a question about that? Because I joined it, but it kept coming up that it was only on certain products.
Well, there's some of them, yes, on the bottom, but there's an Amazon link on the top. So if you do a lot of your shopping on Amazon, if you just link to Amazon from there, it'll take you to your Amazon page, but it knows to collect 5% off your, from your purchase. So that's another thing that I was thinking, that a lot of people who do shop online, so many shop on Amazon, that we would play that up in the
Well, a lot of
language.
them have like Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
That's
but
another,
you
hit
still
to
do it,
people.
but you still,
Yeah.
Prime is still
But that's what I'm
included.
saying.
But I can't help wonder, like, I wonder if mine's going through, because I don't open a new page every time. Like, I leave Amazon up on my phone, and I went to it on my phone the first time,
You have
but
to
every
go
time I go
through
back
the
to
thing
it,
that
I
says,
wonder if I have to go
you have
back
to go
through.
through the one that says BBES Cause Network. So you can get there. It's easy because you can bookmark it. You can bookmark this page, and so all you have to do is go to the corner and it says Amazon. You click on it. It gives you a search. You write something in there. You hit enter. It brings you to the actual Amazon site.
Right.
Before that, you're gonna have a pop-up that said 5% of your purchases go to empower your children. Okay. So when we do start the push for the holiday shopping, we'll play up the whole Amazon portion of it, because the other part, it is confusing because it's like coupon shopping, like Kohl's shopping, like 20% off coupon codes, but not really the codes. You just click on the little ad there, and then it brings you to the site where you can shop for the specific items.
Okay.
I think you put your favorite, don't you click and then, like, Amazon became a favorite of mine, so it's at the top of, when you go to BBES.cause network, Amazon's at the top there for you?
I think it's normally there.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know.
That's what I thought it was. At first, I thought it was only through Amazon.
Yeah.
But then whenever I go to it, it wasn't. I realized it wasn't going there, and I couldn't find. I didn't see the link. So if
So
you
there's a
send
link.
that link
Yes,
again, that
yes.
would be great.
And yeah, like I said, when I click on that Amazon and then I type in and I hit search, before the opening of the Amazon homepage, that you have, there's a thing that pops up and said 5%, and then it has the
There's
title.
not a
and
different
everything.
link though, Michelle.
So
It's
the
just,
logo. It's the same
you
link.
sign into Cause Network,
Yeah.
and then Amazon, there isn't a different link to go to Amazon. You can type in, I think, Amazon at the top, or I can pull it up on my computer. Then there's right underneath the chair. She has the chair, like the Balls Bluff chair from when I was out here, and right underneath that, I remember like tagging Amazon and Walmart, I think,
Okay.
were the favorites, and then I can just click on Amazon, and then it just takes me.
Okay.
I can bring it up. I can show you in a minute. Yeah, so we'll just keep it. Again, it's free money, but
It is. I mean, I feel like if everyone just knew about the whole Amazon link, it would increase traffic on it.
I agree with you. I think people just don't want to do the extra step. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, I like it, and I'm not being critical of it. And I mean, I'm using it, but it is the extra step to go through
It's on the
Amazon.
PT board, the site. You can link
mean,
for
that's
that.
But it can get people to open it up once.
But you have to open up each time.
Yeah, that's the problem, is you have to do it each time.
It's a bookmark. It's a bookmark because you bookmark your Amazon site too.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Yeah.
if you do that Amazon Smile program,
Yes.
you also have to link to you also have another website. You can't do it on an app. Your Amazon Smile, you can't access it on the app. You have to actually go to a web page to do it. All right, so the playaway, we're continuing to keep the donation open. We're trying to get it as high as possible. Thank you. They're in the mail. So they should be here next week, but the guy sent it to my home address before I could tell him to send it to the school. So I told him, I live right there, walking distance, so I'll just bring it down.
We'll trust.
What is that? I promise.
We're not going to be pocketing playaways.
Yeah, right.
We're
You're
not gonna be
gonna be
keeping
hawking them
them
out of your house.
We never got them.
Yeah.
What happened? So that was fun, and I'm hoping, and I think that you said that it might be, if we got permission from parents to put together a little, on top of a thank you note to the people, a little video that's, with kids wearing the ones that they actually donated, saying thank you, and then part of their meeting was they had me say their battle cry, which was find a way, baby, and then that's what the CEO says, and then the company will go, let's go. So I figured if we could do that with the children saying it, it would be really cute.
How much did we end up with?
Well, around $890 in donations.
In donations, and
And
then
then
they donated $1,000.
$1,000.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So how many playways were we able to
How
get
many
with
about?
that?
It was about 20 with the 1,000,
Yeah.
so probably another 20.
Fantastic.
So that's excellent. And I have to tell
That's
you,
a great
that
start.
That's a good start.
yes, the
Yeah.
libraries that I actually Stuart Weller is where I usually subbed at. You know, I had a longer term sub there at one point, and they didn't have. I don't think they had 40. I mean, they had like half of a shelf and then a little bit on the side there. So we'll see.
I'll ask Katie. I'll be like, Katie.
Oh, I know,
She lives
Katie.
right across the street from me. And be like, because I told her that they were going to donate. She doesn't know how much they donated yet.
Oh yeah.
Guess what?
Well, because that's what kind of prompted me to donate, because
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, they're kind of like matching it, if you will, like that.
Yeah.
You want to support it even more then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. Because
Yeah, we
it's,
donated, I don't know if Lee knows yet, but we
Yeah.
donated.
Yeah.
Just consider like
You know,
it's
we didn't have a lot.
schools block.
Don't worry about it, honey, it's for the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tax deductible, and you know,
Yeah,
because they,
absolutely.
because the
I'm
school,
moving on
yeah,
from
the
it.
school blocks specific.
we
sites.
projected 3,000.
Yeah.
So, okay. What else did you have there, Flora? Did you have the
That was-
playway?
That was it, the Playway and the Cause Network, and then we were talking about the
Oh, the
arts.
art thing.
Yeah, the art thing, we're doing Square One art, and we're looking for a chair. But it's pretty simple, it's the same thing as the original work.
Yeah.
It pretty much it mirrors the whole schedule, mirrors, the steps that it takes to
The original
do the
works,
art
yeah. Okay.
and send it off. But this time, it's just, you should see these things, they have like sample mouse pads and little keychains, stickers, mugs. I mean, the same type of product, but instead of bringing home a magnet, which we had 600, sitting somewhere in
Oh
the
my
closet, we will have they will have stickers with their artwork on it that they can bring home, like a gift, for the parent. So that's pretty neat,
Cute.
And
And probably a lot less expensive than wasting a bunch of.
yes, and so we're happy. And Mr. Russell knows the people because they're part of this group that he has the NEA, so he knows them, people, he knows them, and they know him. So hopefully that whole working relationship will be, easy. Not that it was hard with the original works, but
Yeah, so we're looking for, so we'll be on the hunt for a chair. We're gonna do a help one dad to do a check for that and for the silent auction. So we'll be on that. But and then Flora, did you send me? I have to go back and look, but the timeline of that of the Square One thing.
I can send it to you. I
Yeah,
have
could
it in
you?
a PDF.
Yeah, that'd be great because we can put it up on PT board. I can put it on the
Yeah,
calendar.
I mean, I have a copy of it right now if you want to see it.
That's good. I just need some. I just
No,
want
I'm
some.
just asking this lovely lady right here.
Oh, that was smooth.
That was. No, it's all
Well,
right. We don't want to be known
Sorry
as
that
that.
I tore
That's
up
what
a
we're
piece of
already
the paper on
known.
the side for
We're
you.
already known as that.
Laura. She's like, I'm never coming to another PTA.
We're already known. All right. Was there anything for Flora? Anything else? Okay. Tracy should have been walking through the door any moment, but on the back of your agenda is the latest treasurer's report. I mean, it looks like she said, we're in the hole, but we're not because a lot of money came in. Then we had to pay out the money for after-school program. So it just shows you where the income was with a number of these things, and then the expense from some of that stuff. But again, the after-school program is the one that offsets from the month before.
So what we've gotten the money back for that one?
For the after-school program?
Yeah.
Well, we deposited it, so last month we were well over. Last month,
I
on
see.
October,
Yeah.
we were 12,000 or whatever. It looked like we had
Right.
this huge thing, and then now
Right.
the 10th, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where we're at with that.
Okay.
But a few more with the teacher grants, and
Yeah, there is more teacher grants, and I don't know if you checked it today, because I was looking in boxes.
oh, you were, yeah, I took the one for Sarah that we need to pay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah, so I got that one.
Yes.
But other than that, we did $250, which was great. With Alan gave us $250 because Missy Frame donates as volunteers, so they do a promotion
good.
where they do donate like that. So
Oh,
I know Verizon does it too, but you got to have a gazillion in 6 hours, and so
Yeah.
most people don't have that. So okay, any questions on the treasurer's report? Christy.
I'm gonna post an update that some teacher lists, wish lists are updated, and some new teachers. New teacher lists are also have been collected, and just doing the updates as they come in. If anybody has anything you need posted, let me know.
Should we, I'm just thinking about, because I want to get that, the info out about the after-school programs to the parents. What's the best way to?
Well, we'll do an announcement. We can do an announcement on PT board and then send that out, and then we can just do a blurb on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not, I mean, there aren't gonna be many, but at least we put the word out there.
Yeah.
And it's just short and sweet. Like, if you're interested in being an instructor, vendor for after-school program,
Right.
contact Tricia or here. We'll put the application up on
Yes.
PT board,
Yeah,
and then
it's all-
and that's it. And then it's on there.
And I changed it, so it's vendor.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But it's then it's in their hands. You know, if they have questions, then they know who to contact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it'll go out on Mondays weekly.
Perfect. And then we'll just do a thing on Facebook.
Yeah, I can schedule a post for Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
Or we can do it for even this week.
Okay.
Yeah, it can just go as a little thing, and then
Okay.
once we put it out there,
Yeah.
once we put it out there, it's out there, and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
we've said our piece. So,
No problem.
that's how we roll around here. All right. Anything else for Christy? And I did fail to mention I did say this for the silent auction for the 2 chairs, the silent auction and for the art thing. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get that information out there too for new
And
business.
who's heading us back? Which is heading us?
Well, Regina Solomon's done it in the past.
Yes.
She was said if somebody else was interested in doing it. Now, you know, it's not a dude.
There's 5 of us, okay?
They're sending him. Oh, they're sending
And his
him.
mother's not home until Saturday, so silent auction. So, you know, we're not talking this elaborate silent auction. We're talking with the teachers, or you know how we did it. And I think there were some lost in that last year with some of the teachers, because I think nobody even bid on some of the first grade stuff. So we just kind of need to revamp that a little bit.
I thought it was great though. I loved how they.
Yeah.
I loved how they did it.
Yeah.
Like Tristan got Mrs. Delaney's chair.
Yeah.
He thought
No,
that was
I think
awesome.
some of that stuff
You
is
know?
cool.
The teachers are great about that.
Yeah, it was some of it was cool, and some of it, I don't think
It's
some of it was
based on
printed,
things,
even
but
though some of the
someone
teachers said, and
overbid
I don't know, there was a lag. Anyway,
Yeah,
but
it's a great
and then
idea,
there was
great
you know, Sharon Wright's corner with all of her customers, so we
Yeah.
had some of that too.
Yeah.
But we weren't looking for the big like wine basket type of things. That
Right.
we're not looking for the hockey tickets.
Yeah.
You know,
Forget
so
about the kids.
yeah.
Forget about
No,
the
I
kids.
like that.
right.
Yeah, and I like
So,
with the
yeah.
teachers.
But-
That was fun.
She said she'd do it again, but if somebody else, you know, it's kind of getting new blood in to
Yeah.
kind of do some of this stuff, because we have a number of event planners that seem to be amongst us. So, you know. All right, so we're there, and then just upcoming stuff. We have Spirit Night, and then Winterfest. That's going to be a big to-do.
Yeah, do we need to talk about that? Who's heading that up?
Oh, we talked about it this morning.
I know, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. We'll just,
Sick baby.
it's all good.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine,
Megan Dickerson and Debbie Menino, so they'll roll with it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is that why they were asking for the candy?
Yes,
Yeah, I still
for the
have some.
pinatas. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
So they're all on it.
Awesome.
Then the assembly, teacher appreciation, there's going to be a cookie exchange on the 15th, so that will go out for people to donate. And parent night out, then the talent shows, that stuff's going to start again into January. And we have an executive meeting, and then we don't have a meeting next month, but that's into January then. So.
Okay, but is that in the gym too? Because that's the same night that we're gonna be doing the after program registration.
The performance reviews,
Just.
you know, but that's okay, because she used the stage, so if we were going to set up,
We could still set up, okay.
yeah, we could set up around.
So we could set up at
It's okay.
6:30 and then, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
okay.
with tables
Or
and
even
just getting
sets.
tables in there.
It wouldn't get in the way.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
not. With the
Alright.
reviews, sometimes they did them in the music thing too. I mean, that's a good
Perfect.
point.
I just
that you
wanted to
did
make
that,
sure that it wasn't
Yeah.
gonna.
but- Is that gonna be a problem with them cleaning the gym though? Or whatever they do with sweeping the gym? No, okay. If we're there till, yeah, or if we're there till 8:30, 9 o'clock, you know, but.
Poor Amelia, I heard she had a rough day today.
What?
Is there a barbarella or something?
Yeah,
Oh.
like 3 people threw up in a lunchroom or something
Oh, I
like
did
that.
hear her call.
Or maybe in rooms, I don't know.
In the
but-
cafeteria and a couple of rooms.
Yeah.
Alright.
Computer lab. I did hear that.
Oh my goodness.
It's going around.
Alright.
Yeah.
Mine already had it.
Okay, and Anything else? We're adjourned. Less than an hour, look at that.
Awesome. 55 minutes.
Thank you.
What are you coming at? How long is it?
Was gonna eat something or touch something.
I get home when I get home.
I'm gonna talk to Joseph Banks and ask him if I can host a geocache.